how he is, how he's all doing. Just, it doesn't, I keep forgetting, it does not want me to rotate the camera any more or less. I'm here live in Cryans, which is one of the places I like to drop into when I'm up in Carrick. So I'm here maybe at least once, no, about 4 times a month, maybe more sometimes. Tis rare. I used to never go in here all the time. I used to always just go up either to the Oarsman or the barrel store. It's a nice place. Pint-tastic. So we're down here doing our Christmas food shopping and also our drink shopping. But he also had to do a little trip up to the doctors. So I'm kind of holding down the fort for about an hour. So what do I do when I hold down the fort? Well, I reach for my trusty pint of domesticated beer. Actually, it's not domesticated, is it? It's import. It's domestic, not domesticated. Right, so this will be as much of a vlog as it is a live stream. Thank you, whoever dropped in and gave me the thumbs up. Appreciate it. So tonight will be around about 6 my time, and oh hey Rosie, how are you? I'm here in lovely downtown Carrick. Actually, it's right now. It's absolutely miserable outside. But just having a pint, waiting for him to come out of the doctor's. But yeah, so tonight it'll be at 6. I'll play Daggerfall first. I will then play. Oh no, it's I think he's just getting a prescription. I don't think he's like ill. But if it was ill, I probably wouldn't. Let's say today we'll be going a bit differently. Actually, who am I kidding? I'd still probably go to the pub. But now I'd be worried for him. Oh no. He sometimes takes out the rubbish. Which is not a metaphor. Yeah, so Daggerfall around about 6 and starting, and then Morrowind, and then Oblivion. So it's going to be a very Bethesda heavy evening. And, oh, sorry. Oh yeah. One of the noble barmen at work here. Drink for a good look. That's what I do. Yeah, nice man. He's nice. He's a nice lad. Very few bad people. I mean, in this town. But yeah, Bethesda Day. Yeah, Bethesda Day. That kind of works. But this is going to be also the first of 2 streams I'll do in a pub. The other one will be at the lodge. I went to Cryans last time, so this time not Cryans, Carthy's. So this time we'll go to the lodge. Mostly I'm going there because they have a fire that they have lit. This place has a fire too, but I mean, I'll give you a quick tour around if you want. It's the main pub's around the side, but not quite yet. And even then, I might not, on the simple grounds that, well, people might not want to be filmed. I'm always worried about that. That's one reason I was a terrible photographer. But anyway, yeah, Rose, how's you? And new? Beer-tastic. Mr. Bombastic. Copyright claim. Oh god, the amount of copyright claims I got in the last trucking video I did. There must be about maybe 6 on just the American truck one alone. Oh dear. Why are you up so, I'm assuming early? I'm also dealing with a blocked nose. I don't think it's a cold. I'm not getting any other symptoms, but I'm definitely getting the runny nose and the blocked nose and the sneezing. It's probably just the weather. Oh god, this is gonna be one hell of a big shot. Alright. The good type of sleeping in someone else's house, or the bad type, or in the medium type where someone, like, you went over and you just crashed? In other words, is the context good or bad? Like, I slept, I bloody slept like a rock. But there was something about last night. I'm trying to think what it was. I was thinking about something and it was very, very cool. I think I was coming up with a new, like, sci-fi setting or something like that. I can't remember the first thing about it. I remember laying in bed, but oh, ooh, no, no. The only plus I can think of being single when it comes to sleeping arrangements is the fact that you can just destroy as much of the bed as you want, you know, just spread out as much as you like. Especially for a rum tum tum boy like myself. That shit is enjoyable. Although I've slept in singles and doubles, and I'm also tall. I'm like, well, not hugely tall. I mean, I'm not TJ Kirk tall. I'm tall enough. I'm gonna be a bit tipsy by the time I do the stream, which is fine by me. I was pretty tipsy last time, and I ended up I think staying until 4 last week. Oh, by the way, I've got the notifications on my Streamlabs. On the off chance someone does donate, now the voice will speak. I don't like the most of the other scammers in the world and their situations. I don't have a limit. I hope someone doesn't abuse that. Oh god. Oh god, what the fuck is that? Oh yeah, I used to have a spot there. Yeah, so I've got to do one thing before meeting him up at the shop. So I'm not going to be staying in the pub for a whole hour. So I'll probably get maybe 2 or 3 down me, then go and do the stream. No, not do the stream, Jesus. Go and do the thing, and then go and do the sneeze party. There. Now it's going. I hope you enjoy these festive trees. Um. Oh, what's a snowman? Yeah. Hogfather. Oh, the Hogfather is pretty damn cool. Um. I heard what Chess said to you, by the way. It's true. You don't need to. You can start them anywhere, but there are different storylines in the Discworld universe, and although they recap them, they sometimes don't actually do a good job of recapping them, in my opinion. But uh, they do a decent job of giving you the rules of the world fairly early on, because that's a big reason why things happen the way they do. Um, but there are different, like, there are starting points for different character arcs, and some of the character arcs don't end; they never finish. I mean, he's dead now, so some character arcs just never finished off, which is a shame because I really love the night. I really love the City Watch story arc, and I wanted to see how that would pan out. Vimes was pretty damn cool, and I had a bit of a crush on Angua. In The Color of Money, I think it was, or The Postmaster, Angua appears as this blonde supermodel who is fascinated with squeaky toys because she's part dog, which is not how that works, but okay. Um, And I was like, fuck that shit. She's meant to be redhead and far more curvier. Still, it was cool to see her on screen. Uh, I miss Terry. He was one hell of a good writer. I also loved his. He did a few spin-offs as well. One of which I think it was called Flatland. I never saw and I never really appealed to. But the other one, and it was about this kid in Victorian London, who was one of those people who one of the little children who used to jump into sewers to collect coins, and they'd rummage through shit and they'd find like a gold coin. And his adventures. And I thought that was pretty cool because it was set in our world. I think he did other things too. He obviously did the round world, but that's still set in this world. That's a great way of keeping the cold out. Even though in reality alcohol contracts you. It is. Although, you can read it at any time. Yeah, also, I like then comparing it to the show. I think the show did a very decent job of capturing the Hogfather, the world of the Hogfather, but there are other things like the first computer that's run by ants. Well, they go into a bit more detail of the ants. Um, Also, there's one major character that's missing from the show that isn't in the that's in the book, but he appears in some of the other stuff. I also really like Rincewind as well. He's pretty cool. The Mighty Glue Stick recently did a thing about hedge wizards and from D&D, and they also used Rincewind as an example, which I did like his interpretation of Rincewind. But Rincewind should be far more sort of dopey and kind of down, especially near the end of the show, near the end of the book run. Um, the Percy Jackson one was about I think like a Hogwarts version, but it has all these magical, all these fictitious, like mythical um, gods and creatures and half gods. And as for the Greek apartment one, I forget the name of that. But it's the one that was a separate one altogether. That was about the Greek gods being reimagined in a London apartment, kind of like roommating. Uh, which no, no, I don't really. Good idea. Let's save a honey there. Bound together. This is no way sponsored by Guinness. Still have Guinness if you do hear me. I'm open. I totally love Guinness. Yeah, it does. I mean, you got to give him credit for taking a new stab at it, but the end of it kind of seems like it's like that comic that was made about all the Grimm's fairy tales and just the general fairy tale people, and they're being reimagined as being in New York, and Prince Charming is basically just having sex with all these women because there's only one Prince Charming, so every Prince Charming from every story has been with all these women, and they're all kind of really sick of it. But oh, I can think of one example where I did like when they did that. The Tenth Kingdom. Was it the 15th? I think it was the 10th Kingdom. Well, he's kind of just really full of himself, but he's like, it's really, he's already, by this point, I think in the comic, he'd already moved on to someone else, and they always then moved on to someone else and someone else. And it's about all his, like, previous conquests kind of going, like, I hate myself for liking him. Ugh, what was I thinking? Or, he'll come back to me. He'll come back to me. I forget, one of them is like that. One of them tries to constantly say pretty, thinking that he's going to come back to her. Um, I don't know. There's a lot of really cool ideas like that. In the summertime, I like going out to the smoking area over here. But fact of the matter is, ooh, he just darted out of there when he realised he was on camera. It's beyond the Christmas tree. There's a smoking area, and it's lovely in the summertime. They turn it into a big like greenery. It's very, very nice. Absolutely belting in the summertime. But obviously, it's miserable out there. The river is approaching and bursting its banks. To be honest with you. Anyway, I think I'll wrap this up once I've finished this pint because, you know, this is technically private property, and although the camera's on me, they're not always sure of that. Around here, they're not quite sure what I'm doing. But they're interested. And when I told him could I do a bit of streaming, live streaming, he was like, "Oh yeah, sure." So he knew what I was talking about. In fact, he suggested I say here because the internet strength. On the plus side, this killed about 16 minutes, about 20 minutes just getting ready, which is cool. Pint-terrific. Anyway, I'll be doing something like this. I'm having trouble. Well, hold on. I know some people see people just telling backstory about themselves. Oh, I'm just gonna get another pint and Oh shit! Oh shit! I'm sorry. I think I might have hit something. Don't think. Whoops. If I think I might have just either blocked you or banned you or something. In which case, I am so sorry. I think I hit something. Well, I think that's the perfect time to end the stream. If you like what you saw, don't worry. I don't normally block people. I'll unblock you now, mate. Sorry about that. But if you want to see more of these, I'm doing another one of these later. And of course, this evening I'm going to be doing a live stream. I'll be doing a live stream around about 6, where I will be playing some old school Bethesda, and then a little less old school Bethesda. So until then, see you again soon. And sorry about that. Bye.